Well, happy Easter to you all. Hope everyone has had a beautiful resurrection day. I know I had. You could not ask for more perfect weather in my little neck of the woods. Clear skies, warm sun, just screams spring to me. There. I just got done with my Easter activities when I decided to log on to the YouTubes, and it has come to my attention that our dear friend Mr. Warhammer went live earlier this morning. And Warhammer, bless him, has decided that he's going he's going to take the Lord's special day, the day he returns from the dead. The day he conquers death and sin. This holy day, he decides he's gonna spend Easter Sunday by, what's this title again? Oh yeah, by declaring me a Zionist. But first thing Warhammer does when he wakes up on Easter Sunday, Resurrection Day, being the good little Catholic boy that he is, he decides he's going to do a stream where he cries hysterically about me. So, I was like, you know what? I figure, if Warhammer is so nice enough to give me an Easter present, I should feel like I should give him one back too. So, let's get into this.
Yes, I'm fucking streaming at this time of the day. What is it now? It's 4:30 in the morning.
4:30 in the morning. 4:30 in the morning on Easter Sunday, this dude decides, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go live on Easter Sunday at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning and bitch and moan about me and Mayor Mycroft. It's fucking beautiful. It's just fucking beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. And what is to be expected out of the internet's favorite schizophrenic trad calf larper there?
Forge gang! I am still a hard man! A very hard man! Let's go!
No, not as hard. Not as hard as Jesus when he conquered death and sin there, buddy. You can claim to be a hard man all you want, but you will never be as hard as Jesus Christ, the King of Kings. Can I get an amen? Dash right, amen.
Alright, so is Alistair Mycroft, Alistair Gay Crush, a Zionist now?
100%. You fucking got me. The secret's been exposed. I have been uncovered. The truth is finally out there. Yes, I am a Zionist. I love Jewish people. I love Israel. I think Israel is the greatest nation on the planet, and anyone who disagrees with me deserves to have their bank accounts terminated immediately. Yes, you fucking got me. You fucking got me, you absolute basket case.
That's interesting, given his particular thing that he did in the past about Jews, and I have to be careful.
What was the particular thing about Jews that I apparently did in the past there, little buddy? Can you explain? You want to explain this to the whole class there, buddy? I mean, I got plenty of time. We're only a minute in. We got 23 minutes left. You want to explain what I apparently did in the past there, champ?
Careful what I say, because one, the YouTube algorithm, and two, Alistair probably will report this, no doubt.
Well, first off, the YouTube algorithm doesn't give a flying fuck about you any more than it gives a fuck about me or Mormon Shaggy, or Percep Cassidy, or frankly anyone in this little sphere of the internet, you know, in the grand scheme of things. You know, Percep Cassidy, myself, Warhammer, Mormon Shaggy, PPP, and all of them, we're just little blips on a radar, like tiny, minuscule cogs in a gigantic worldwide machine there. One of us gets taken down, it's fucking nothing to people. They don't even know who we are. The people that take down YouTube channels these days, they're fucking bots. It's all the system. There's no human being watching this shit. They have better things to do than to deal with us. And secondly, me reporting it, motherfucker. Motherfucker, the reason why I'm doing this video now instead of tomorrow is because you're a giant fucking coward that always, and I mean always, deletes his shit. Videos, streams, fucking community tab posts, shorts, you name it. He will eventually delete it. Hell, I'm honestly astonished that Warhammer hasn't deleted this stream yet. He probably will when I get done with this video. You better believe it. You better believe this big baby's gonna fucking flag me down. He's gonna fucking take this down the minute this video gets up. But don't worry, I got a plan. I got a plan. In case I have to make a part 2 to this, don't worry, I have a plan. So you're not gonna scrub this off of the internet that easy, little buddy. You can try, but it's gonna be no. It's not gonna be the case there, champ.
I have no doubt that Alistair, my crush, will probably try to report this stream because that's what type of person he is.
Oh, I don't want to report this stream. I want to point and laugh at you. I want to point and laugh at this stream, which is exactly what I'm doing now. I mean, if I really wanted to flag it, it would have already been down already, but I don't, because you're a goofy fucking idiot and you deserve to be pointed and laughed at, not flagged off of YouTube there.
Or the Mandalorian, or whoever is dumb enough to actually even try to do that, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually generally curious who would actually be dumb enough to flag down this absolute potential, this hugely potential locale here. Like, I know, it's probably ridiculous for me to say, but I really do think Warhammer has what it takes to be the next Cyrax, has to be the next Tofia Chew, has really the next Andy Ditch there. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we start getting live streams of Warhammer crying hysterically because his mommy won't change his diapers there. I really do think Warhammer can be the southern Andy Ditch if maybe we just gaslight him enough. I don't know. But, I mean, we're able to gaslight him, or he's able to gaslight himself, I should say, into thinking that I'm a Zionist and Rick Perry is a federal agent, so the sky is really the limit with him.
So Alistair Gay Crush is now a Zionist.
Guilty.
He supports the Jewish homeland in Palestine.
Guilty as charged. Oh, you actually said that wrong. It's not Palestine, it's New Jerusalem there.
And he's all in favor of that, basically.
I mean, what can I say? You know, what can I say? Israel and Jews are pretty fucking based. They are very based people there. I mean, there's a reason why they're called God's chosen people. I mean, you can't be a beta bitch and also be God's chosen people. You gotta be pretty fucking based in order to get that sweet-ass title. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking based. So of course I would support a based nation and based people like Israel and Jewish people there. They're just so fucking based.
He's a Zionist now, let's just be honest.
Yes, John.
And we got Lizard IDL saying the perfect time for a stream. Well, you live in a different time zone. And people are asleep. But I live in the middle of nowhere, so it's fine. For me, anyways. Not for others so much. But yeah, Alistair Gay Crush is now a self-purported Zionist.
You know what? I'm tempted to make a poll on this now, but do you think that throughout Pride Month this year I should start calling myself Alistair Gay Crush in honor of Warhammer there? You think I should do that? You think I should start calling myself Alistair Gay Crush for the month of June throughout the entirety of Pride Month there? I don't know. On the one hand, I'm kind of leaning towards fuck it, why not? But at the same time, I'm kind of thinking it might be a stupid idea. But, you know, I am a man who not only loves Israel and Jewish people, but I also love motherfucking democracy. So I'm leaving it up to the people there. It's up to you. It's up to you what I fucking do for Pride Month this year.
You know, it's funny that if I call people like a Zionist, people will give me a claps, they'll give me applause. But if I say that they're a federal asset, a federal intel agent, you know, it's like, well, then now I'm crazy, apparently.
Well, I mean, we've always known that you were crazy. The thing is, though, there's just very few people in this fucking sphere of the internet that actually have the balls to say that you're crazy. I mean, your mom, Ghost of Nicolo, whoever's left in the Forge King at this rate, you know, they don't really have the fucking spine to tell you that you're unhinged and you really need to take your pills there, but I'm willing to do that because this is my Christian duty. It is my Christian duty to love thy enemies and pray for them even when they're oppressing you. By the way, I don't consider Warhammer my enemy because if I did, that would just be sad. But I tell Warhammer he's crazy because, well, he's actually insane. And I unironically want him to get some psychiatric help there. Mainly because I'm afraid that one day he's going to shoot up a school. You know, I know people like to think people like maybe Mormon Shaggy will shoot up a school one day, but, you know, this is Texas that Warhammer lives in, and as long as you don't sneeze funny, you'll be able to get an AR-15 for like $20. You ever take theirs? So, yeah, I'm trying to prevent another school shooting. And I'm trying to hopefully get Warhammer some psychiatric help there. So, that makes me a Zionist federal agent. And then let it be so.
Well, he's just both. Let's just be honest, he's both.
Okay, so, I am a Zionist and I am a federal agent. Okay, well, fucking clears that one up.
He talks and he acts like he probably works for the NSA, or he's probably doing coordinated work for the NSA.
But what makes you think I'm not the NSA director there, buddy? What makes you think I'm not on the board of the NSA hierarchy there, champ? How do you know I've not been running the NSA and the deep state the whole time, you know? How do you not know I'm the Machiavellian puppet master that's been behind everything the past decade or so there? You know, how do you not know that? How do you not know that?
And very likely that's what he is.
Okay, if you say so.
You know, he has these talking points like he's some kind of Styx, Hex, and Hammer 666 person. Like,
okay, I'm a Zionist, I'm a federal agent, and I'm apparently trying to LARP as Styx now. Okay, are we keeping score? Are we adding that to the Alistair Mycroft Lord Wikipedia there? I hope someone is, because I'm losing track of what people have called me over the years, you know? I mean, once you get called a Master Mason and a Satanist by Mormon Shaggy, I mean, how more fucking unhinged can you really go after that, you know?
he thinks that he has these relevant topics are these relevant, very objective arguments that he makes. But thankfully, I've learned a lot of good logical deductive points. And
from what, the fucking voices in your head or the stuffed animals you keep near your bed at night? Which one there, buddy? Maybe it's both, who knows?
And I can very much easily invalidate anything he says now because of my new...
Yes, you do an absolute job of invalidating everything I say by more incoherent rambling. Brilliant! Next, you'll be pulling a dark ninja proclaiming that you've defeated me. Oh wait, he kind of already did that in a recent stream there, where he apparently declares that Forge King has won, even though everyone is still making fun of him. Yours truly included there, so, you know, for all this talk about me supposedly being some, sticks LARPer there, has anyone ever considered that maybe Warhammer is going to start LARPing as Dark Ninja there? Isaac, I think you might have to start copywriting your shit. I think you might have to start putting some fucking logo on there. I think you have to protect your persona there, champ, because I think Warhammer's coming after you now.
Knowledge that I've learned over many years of studying and whatnot and work. And it's just, anything you do is going to be hard work. It's never going to be easy.
Well, that is true, Pointing and laughing at retards on my toilet truly is egregious work, okay? Being a construction worker, being a carpenter, having to fix a roof during a fucking blizzard, okay? That's pussy shit. Sitting on my fucking toilet and pointing and laughing at retards is truly hard and egregious work there. And I don't get fucking paid at all. I do this out of my time, okay? Okay?
Things in
very egregious, I'm telling you.
Life and the trials of going through life will never be easy. You're always going to have to put in time and do work. Put in the time and put in the work and the effort to do anything with your life.
See, listen to Warhammer. It's very hard work for him to be a retard online. I'm telling you, it's one of the most stressful occupations you can have right now is being a fucking idiot online. You look at Tofiachu, you look at Cyrax, you look at Nova Online, you look at all these locales, okay? They put in the effort to be absolute degenerate pieces of shit. Okay? They don't half-ass that shit. No. They give it their all. That's why we gotta salute retards like Nova Online, Andy Ditch, and my boy Warhammer here, okay?
Whether it's getting a degree or getting that sort of career that you want, or making money.
Yeah, some people want to be doctors, some people want to be lawyers, some people want to be airline pilots, and some people want to, sit in mommy's basement and proclaim that people that make fun of them online are federal agents, It all really depends on what your drive is after you get out of high school. Or in Warhammer's case, never graduate high school to begin with.
And there's nothing, by the way, there's nothing philo-Semitic or Jewish about wanting to be a millionaire. There's nothing inherently inner-Jewy about wanting to make money. There's plenty of Gentiles that do it. Plenty of Gentiles strive to be rich and work very hard to get wealthy and be...
Well, everyone strives to be rich, regardless of if they wear tiny hats or not, so...
successful. So, for me, acquiescing wealth is not a problem. My only problem is...
Well, you're never going to get a job, seeing as how you, by your own admittance, you never graduated high school, because in your senior year they were going to stick you in a tard class, and you threw a tantrum because you're not retarded, even though there is substantial evidence to the contrary. You still decided that you were never ever going to finish high school. Now here you are in your fucking 40s, and you haven't amounted to anything there.
taxes to a government that I fundamentally disagree with. And so that's why I don't.
Well, RFK Jr. recently came out and said that autistic people can't pay taxes, so, I mean, you're in the fucking clear there, buddy. There's nothing to really worry about. You can hate the government all you want, but according to RFK Jr., retards like you can't pay taxes. So, congratulations. You win.
Really try that much, but I would love to have lots of money. That would be great. And again, there's nothing Jewish about wanting to have money and wanting to be wealthy whatsoever about in that regard.
You know what? I genuinely am curious. If Warhammer, say, became a millionaire tomorrow, I'm genuinely interested what exactly he would blow all his money on. Would he blow it all on cars, on hookers, on mansions, fast food, chewing tobacco? Who knows? Who knows what Warhammer would blow all his millions on if he suddenly became rich tomorrow? But I am certainly interested in maybe one day finding out. Who knows?
To it. James says hi. Hi there, James. How are you doing, my man? But yeah, you know, I'm let's see here, Dutch, English, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, German, possibly Scandinavian and Italian, French, Britain. That's what my heritage says anyways.
There's a little bit of black in him too, but that didn't come in naturally. Hey-oh!
So, basically, Caucasian, Caucasoid, or whatever you want to call it, Western. I can't use certain words because of this lousy algorithm thing on YouTube. So
Again, the algorithm doesn't give a shit about you or me or anyone in this little sphere of the internet, so just go fucking nuts there, champ.
have to be careful what I say because of so-called imperialism and white supremacy. And I'm not being a white supremacist, you know. It's funny, but people say that the Italians and the Irish are not white. So how...
Well, I mean, it's kind of glad that Warhammer is not a white nationalist, because in a white nationalist society, he would have been the first in the gas chambers already, because as we all know, Nazis really didn't like special needs guys, okay? The Nazis, the white supremacists, are not very fond of short bus riders such as Mr. Warhammer here.
How is it white supremacy to talk about Italian and being Irish? You know, the British have a term called Wogs begin at Calais. So technically I can talk about being French, Italian, and Irish all I want, because Wogs are not supposed to be white, according to Nordicists. They'll even say that Celts are not white, so it's not white supremacy, it's actually Wog supremacy.
Well, in a white supremacist society, anyone that isn't them isn't considered white, and what is fucking white these days? Who even knows? Some people say the Mexicans are not white, other people saying the Mexicans are not white, the Asians are white, the Asians are not white, who is white, who isn't white, who even fucking knows anymore? Who even knows anymore?
Least I digress. I think it's those terminologies are so outdated and just kind of humorous. It's just hubris. It's hubris at this point. But Alistair Mycroft is definitely a Zionist.
Guilty.
And he's probably doing that to try to get acceptance on X.
Well, I mean, I hardly use Twitter anymore, really. I'm mostly active, honestly, just on fucking Instagram mainly these days, and Facebook, you know, I mean, Discord here and there, but honestly, Twitter, no, not anymore. When I was a young, spry chicken, yeah, absolutely, but I'm 27 now, I'm practically a boomer, and, You know, as we all know, boomers eventually migrate over to Facebook and they permanently make it their home there. So that's probably going to be me next couple of years, you know, boomer Minecraft, mainly staying on Facebook, you know, being amazed and bewildered by AI slop there. And, you know, Twitter, it's a young man's game, and this old penguin's starting to notice little bits of gray on his fur there. It's time to get the walker and all that.
And he's gone through quite a few bans on X.com.
I've been banned so many fucking times on Twitter, I've lost count. I swear, I have lost more fucking Twitter accounts than I got fingers on both of my hands at this rate. It's honestly astonishing how fucking livid I made Twitter back when Jack Dorsey was running the show there. It's honestly amazing how hard I pissed off Twitter back in the day before the South African man baby took things over. I tell you, I fucking tell you, I had a grand old time back in the day.
Because of his outlandish Cog moments. Because Alistair wants to be like Cog.
What can I say, baby? I'm one of a fucking showman.
Real bad. Him and Eric Duchamp want to be like Cog, and they're a bunch of
Okay, I can't really speak for Eric there. I can't really speak from the man, but I can personally attest that I, in no way, shape, or form, want to be like Cog. I'm inclined to believe that no sane, rational thinking human being wants to be like Cog. Because as we all know, cognitive thought is a welfare queen. He smells. And he molests children. Okay, so... Oh, and he's also a capo for the figures there. But mainly, he smells funny, he's welfare queen, and he touches kids there. And again, no sane, rational thinking human being wants to emulate that. But in the world of Warhammer, we all are jealous of Cog, because apparently, I guess to Warhammer, Cog is the new gym, and by that logic, we are all Cog walkers instead of gym walkers there. I don't know, you understand why I want this idiot to start taking his pills now?
Cog simps, and... all that Cog really does is just A-log Ralph and a few others, but mainly...
and touch children.
Ralph. But Alistair's a Zionist. He supports a Zionist homeland in Palestine. And...
at New Jerusalem. New Jerusalem, you better get that right or mommy's bank account's gonna go bye-bye.
Supports the ethnic cleansing and genocide of Palestinians.
It's not an ethnic cleansing if my team is winning. Get it right, stupid.
Even though about 10% of those Palestinians are Orthodox Christians, Oriental Orthodox Arab Christians, by the...
Well, it's like that age-old saying goes, kill them all and let God sort out his people.
They're not all Sunni Muslim, by the way. They're not all Sunni Muslims. A great deal of them are also Christians. So, the Zionists are also murdering Christians and Muslims in Palestine.
Again, kill them all and let God sort out the rest there. You know, that's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do, man.
And there's even Christians in Iran. So...
yes, there's Christians all over the fucking Muslim world. Woo! Yay! You want a cookie or some shit?
You know, consider if...
and then again, knowing Warhammer, he probably liked the cookie shove up his ass. Maybe not.
About fighting Iran, like you'll be fighting Iranian Christians. There's also groups of Zoroastrians and Druzes and like Sufis in Iran.
Can I just say I am honestly astonished that Zoroastrian religion is still fucking around? Even after all this time. I mean, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, the other three major monotheistic religions, they practically bulldoze their entire temples and shit to the ground, and they're still kicking. I gotta give him credit for that. I gotta give him props. I gotta give him props for that.
It's not all entirely Shiite. It's not all entirely just Shia Muslim. But, yeah, Alistair is definitely a Zionist without any shadow of a doubt.
Guilty.
And he's probably just pulling off this LARP, this little LARP to try to not get banned on X, maybe.
I mean, at this rate, I really could care less what fucking happens to Twitter. I mean, I lose my Twitter account, big fucking whoop. It's not the end of the world there. I'm not gonna cry hysterically because all of my, Twitter followers go poof and my account's gone, I just don't give a shit about Twitter anymore. Again, it's a young man's game, and I'm an old faggot.
But yeah, and I don't think that guy has ever dated a woman in his entire life.
Well, we know you haven't, so...
Let's just be real. The guy's an incel, just like Soberman's an incel, and he just randomly talks right out of his, behind his back caboose.
Just out of curiosity, why is it that Warhammer thinks it's okay to call me an incel when we literally have him when we literally have him saying that he firmly believes the government should supply him a girlfriend there? That sounds pretty fucking incel-y to me there. But then again, what would I know? I'm just a Zionist federal agent.
About how Mr. Real and Mr. Game Chaser or whatever, the guy's an incel.
Okay.
Just look what he did to Halden Paladin. The guy's an incel. Let's just be real.
I probably said this once. No, I actually did say this once when Warhammer first announced that he was going to become, another trad cat from Schizohead. But I really do want Warhammer and Aiden Paladin team up now. Just because it'll be fucking funny. I just want Warhammer and Aiden Paladin to do a stream where they cry hysterically about me. Maybe we can bring on Voxazor for good measure. Why not? Give me the Holy Trinity. Give me the Holy Trinity of Penguin Man bad people. Why not?
Yeah. I see that Shaggy was raging about Ethan Ralph or something.
Oh no, Mormon Shaggy was having a tart fit? Is it a day that ends in Y already? I guess I forgot to check my calendar today.
About who could get the most scores with women, who scores the more, and who drinks the more.
Honestly, the awards gotta go to Ethan Ralph because I don't know why. I'm convinced that Ethan Ralph is possessed by the demon, by the archdemon of lust there. Because I don't know how Ethan Ralph gets women other than he's very fucking lucky there. Because in an ideal world, there's no way Ralph should have, let alone one baby, even though he has two now, accounting. In an ideal world, that shouldn't happen, but I don't know. Sometimes you just look at Ralph and his Riz game, and you can't help but wonder, is God dead or not? Who knows anymore?
Or Shaggy or Ralph. Well, it's definitely Shaggy loses that. Shaggy loses on every...
Well, it's nice to know that me and Warhammer actually have something to agree with for once. Yes, we can absolutely agree that Mormon Shaggy is just terrible when it comes to trying to hook up with women there. And Ethan Ralph is his superior.
Points of that one. Let's just be real. Oh, by the way, Shaggy says that he likes hot cocoa. Shaggy likes that hot cocoa beans. Because that's what Shaggy does best. Shag.
Is that a euphemism for getting black there? I don't pay attention to the black scene like Mormon Shaggy and Warhammer, apparently. Is that a new euphemism there? Is that a new euphemism when we like black people? Is we like them hot cocoa beans now? I don't know. I don't know anymore. How long have I been going for? 35 minutes. I can go for another 4, right? Probably can. Jeez, we're 10 minutes in. You know what? I'm just gonna have to cut it for right now. You know, by the time this video has been uploaded to the channel, I will have already taken care of making sure that this video that I'm doing right now, making sure Warhammer's video doesn't get deleted. So yeah, you can try to delete this there, little buddy, but it ain't gonna work. Alistair Mycroft will always find a way to ruin your big brain schemes. And I say big brained in a, well, frankly kind way. But anyway, expect part 2 very soon, probably tomorrow. There, I mean, I just want to get this shit taken care of, and then I'm just gonna relax there. It's been a long day. It's been a long resurrection day there. Anyway, catch you soon.